Hello, guys. Welcome back to the PT podcast. My name is Grace Delight, and I'm really happy to have you here today. Today it's going to be a heart to heart kind of a talk. I reached a point last year where I asked myself a very difficult question I never thought I would ask myself, and it was, what on earth is wrong with me? There was a couple of things that led to the buildup of this, and this is particularly when it comes to um, losing weight, having a consistent workout routine, and getting in the shape of your life. So I just, like I said, there's a lot of things that happened, and let's start from the beginning. Okay, I'm going to share with you the things that happened before, what led me to ask the question, and where I am at now, and how I was actually able to get out of that kind of a funk. So I had been okay. I'd been working out, or rather trying to figure out this consistent workout thing for 7 years. And I think that's one of the things that contributed to me asking the question, because I was like, man, 7 years, 7 years, my sister, you need to have figured this thing out by then, by now. I mean, 2 years, it's okay, but seven, because I started when I was in uni. And I remember, I don't even know where this thing came from because at the time, Instagram was not a big thing. I feel so old. Instagram was not a big deal as it is now. It's still a photo app, and I wasn't even on it. I think I was taking a hiatus from IG, and so I'm just even wondering where I was getting these ideas from. Because what I mean is, I would wake up early in the morning. I think for that time my early was seven a.m. in the morning, so it means I'd wake up earlier, like probably 6:30, and I'd go and I'd run around the field, which was very interesting because I figured it would make me I would just lose weight. Honestly, I'm trying to think of the mindset I was in, the frame of mind, like what was I thinking? Where did I get this idea? That because I wasn't running around the field because I enjoyed it. I was running around the field because I wanted to lose weight. And for me, my main issue was never, it wasn't necessarily weight, it was just my tummy. I always felt like I had a very big tummy. And I know other people have bigger issues than mine, like the people who think, like they're big and I'm not big, and so on. But for me, because of it, I just felt this is something I have to fix. So probably that's the reason. But why I chose running, and I guess maybe that's the only thing I was exposed to because again, IG was not a thing back then, or even the internet in terms of Googling everything the way we do these days. It was just a different kind of a time. And it wasn't even long ago. I won't say when, but it wasn't long ago. I'm still in my 20s, okay? Before somebody starts thinking, I'm in my 30s, I'm still in my 20s, I promise. We're about to, yeah. Anyway, so that is the first time I remember starting to work out. And then again, I did in 2020 with a friend, and I was very excited about it. Oh, actually, when I started, I think it took like 2 weeks, and I fell off the running. And then in 2020 with a friend, I think it took like a week. Then I fell off. Then in 2021, I don't remember. 2022 came back on again, and that one was a bit better because I actually did a challenge for 30 days and I stayed consistent, which was a huge turning point for me. So I feel like if you the reason it was a huge turning point was before then I thought I was weak. I thought I didn't have what it takes to lose weight. I thought I didn't have the strength. I thought I didn't have the discipline. I thought I didn't have the ability. Like I just thought I was a very weak human. I thought I loved soft life too much. So I just discounted myself from being able to actually stay consistent. So that was a turning point when I was able to do that 30-day challenge all by myself. I wasn't doing it with people, it was just by myself. I was using an app. I think it's called Women Fitness or something. And I loved it because the workouts were very simple and they were very easy. They were increasingly hard as you went on, but it was manageable. It wasn't like a 1 hour per day where you would have to reschedule and stuff, and there's a lot that goes on to workouts. So that really helped me. But then 2023, man, it was on and off. 2 weeks I'm working out, 2 weeks I'm not. 1 month I'm working out, 1 month I'm not. 3 months I'm not working out, 1 week I'm working out. I would say I would do this by this time. I would lose this weight. I would take the pictures. I would cut them. I'd put them on my wall. The whole shebang. I'd create I'd find this somebody I love following on YouTube who I follow her workout routines, and I'd follow them, and it would work for a while, and then I'd fall off. And what I wanted was a sustainable thing. I'm okay with losing weight over time. I don't have a problem with that. I want to be consistent. I want something sustainable. And I just got to a point where it was last year, September 2024, and I was just in this cycle and I was tired. I was like, this thing is not working. Like, something is not working. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with this thing I'm doing. Granted, at the time, there were things that were happening. Like, there was a lot. Work was a lot. Life was a lot. So even finding time to do it was I gained. The irony is I actually gained weight. Like, I gained weight. I became like a little teensy balloon. I did gain weight during that time because I just started eating. I just felt, since it's not working anyway, I'm tired. I'm tired. So, beginning of the year, I started the year with the question, what is wrong with me? And I try to rephrase it. I try to be as positive as possible. I'm a very joyful person, normally, most of the time, all of the time. But this time, I couldn't rephrase the question. I couldn't ask myself in a different way. I was beyond that point. I was just like, no, something is not working. And when I was like, no, something is not working, then it just made me set an ultimatum for myself. And I was like, if this thing, health and fitness thing, is not something I'm going to be able to do, I need to quit while I'm ahead. Like, if even many questions, am I doing this because it seems trendy? Is this something I really want? Is this something I really believe? Like, what's not working? Because something is not working. Something is not working. And that was one of the best things I ever did for myself, because I got answers. I got the answers I needed. And number one was because I didn't have clear goals. I didn't really want it. I was willing to work out as long as I felt it. I was willing to work out as long as it was convenient. I was willing to work out if it was inconveniencing me in any way. It was the first thing that would leave the table. Like, literally, it would be the first thing I would remove. And I just realized it wasn't a priority. It's not something I was like, no, this is actually a part of my life. I value it. It's number one. So that's the first thing I realized, is I didn't want it bad enough. I wanted it, but not bad enough. And this is where I think this last point I'm going to make is where the change really started to happen for me. I realized that I need to accept that it's going to be hard. I need to accept it's going to be hard. I need to accept that there are days I will hate working out, because previously I was trying to make it easy. I was trying to make it, to find simpler ways to work out. I was trying to make it fun and exciting and interesting, and it just wasn't working for me. I realized there are days I will have to go out of my way to work out. There are days where I will not feel like, there will not be a single cell in my body that wants to work out. Actually, it will just be like, no, we don't want to do this. And I'll have to do it anyway. Like, I stopped treating it like a nice thing, like an okay thing. I'm going to hate it. So this year is my year of doing things I hate. That is my word for the year. My phrase for the year: do things you hate. But there's also a kind of a shift about it, and it's when stuff hits the fan, because I don't cuss. When things get really, really hard and you hate it, what are you going to be telling yourself? Will you be telling yourself, I hate this, I really, really hate this, I don't feel like it, I don't want to do it? Or will you be telling yourself, I hate this, but it's worth it? It's worth it in the end. And I think this is also one of the biggest reasons I want to do this. It's because I am better than this. I know I am better than this. I know I can be consistent. I know this is who I am. You know, when you have a version of you that you know you are, and then it doesn't show up, and you're frustrated, you're like, I know I can be better than this. That's the kind of feeling I have. And that is why this health and fitness thing is very important. Of course, there are outfits I want to wear, there are looks I want to try, because that's the other frustrating thing and very discouraging thing is when you see an outfit on Pinterest and then you actually go buy it and then you wear it at home and it's like, what? She looked like she had her life figured out. I look like I don't. So that is also I can't say that's not something that makes me excited about this part. And I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to do things I hate. I'm willing to do hard things. And so what I've decided is I'm going to do a 90 days workout, not really a challenge. I'm just going to work out straight for 90 days because I have something to prove to myself. I need to show myself that I can do this thing. I need to show that myself that I know I am better than this, that I don't quit, that I can be consistent, because consistency is not just about the result. It's about who you become in the process. You become someone who does stuff day in and day out, no matter what happens. You become reliable, even to yourself. I remember reading a quote that you need to be the person who keeps the promises they make to themselves. And that's the kind of person I want to become in 2025. And it begins with my health and fitness journey. So that's what I wanted to share today. I hope it helps you. If you want to join the challenge, by the way, the reason I pushed it to 90 days and not smaller like 21 or 30 days, it's because I've done those before and they worked. So I was able to prove to myself that I can be able to do those ones. So if you haven't been consistent before in a workout routine, I would suggest you start with something a shorter time frame so that you're able to it can motivate you. You can be able to see, oh yeah, if I could do 21 days, I could do 60, I could do 90 days. I'm a bit of an overachiever, so I've just put it to 90 days and I've just decided, you know what, you just go. Just throw yourself to the fire. But for you, you can decide to do it more slowly. But the main thing I wanted to share today is you're going to have to do things you hate. It's not always, you can't always be easy on yourself. You can't always be, it can't always be a treat. Life sometimes is about doing things you hate. So I'm going to be sharing with you the updates of how that is going. And if you want to join, feel free. We can keep each other accountable. You can comment down below or reach out and I'll be happy to see you. So until next time, bye.